Okay, number 2 is foiling, and number 3. Because number 3 says 3a minus 5 squared. So how would we do that?
It's just like 2 of the same thing.
You have to multiply it by itself. You can't just square this and this. You have to do everything times everything. So it's a FOIL problem. So first, outside, inside, last. Basically it's double distribute, right? 3a times 3a is 9a squared. 3a times minus 5 minus 15a. 3a times minus 5. And the last is negative 5 times negative 5 positive 25. Okay. Most FOILs, usually there's some like terms we can add together at the end, right? In the middle? No, negative 15a minus 15a is negative 30a. Whoops, I said it and wrote it wrong.
On something like 4, do you just like...
Yeah, how do we do 4, guys?
Don't you just like distribute it?
Yes. You multiply x on all 3 things on the right, and you multiply them all by 2 as well. So there should be 6 terms after you kind of double distribute, and then a lot of those terms will add together like terms. Number 5, do you guys remember how to factor b squared minus 9? This was the worksheet we did like, was it last month? 2 Mondays ago? 2 weeks ago maybe? Okay, how does this factor? Yeah, it's a square minus a square. These both have square roots. So b is the square root of this, and 3 is the square root of that. So it's b plus 3 and b minus 3.
What? That's Easton's favorite game. I already know it.
Okay, we cannot solve number 5 because it's not an equation. So we're not solving until we get down to like number 17. Okay, number 7, 7c squared plus 44c plus 12. Okay, this is 3-term factoring, but it's the harder version because there is a number on the front. So what am I going to put in the front? 7c times 1c, just c. In the back, what goes into 12? 6 and 2. 12 and 1. 3 and 4. Okay, does the order matter on these?
24.5.
The order matters because this is a 7c and this is a c, so it's different if you put them in different spots.
24.5.
Okay. Yeah, we don't do fractions and decimals on these.
Probably.
So it's 6 and 2, 2 and 6, 12 and 1, 1 and 12, 3 and 4, 4 and 3. Okay, here's the thing. We gotta, when we FOIL outside inside, it should add up to 44. So what can I join with the 7 to get us close? What should I put here to join with the 7 to get us close to 44?
Probably like the
6, right?
Yeah.
So if I put 6 here, what would I have to put here? 6 and 2, because that makes 12. Okay, yeah. They both have to be positive because positive and a positive add up to, or multiply to a positive, and they add up to a positive. So no negatives on this one. And does it work? If I FOIL the outside inside only, I get 42c plus 2c, which is 44c, which is what we want. You have to keep trying different combos of this until you figure out what works. Possibly nothing would work, but I think on this, in the factoring section on this, they should work.
What is A? Why
Oh shoot, we never did 9 and 10, guys. Go ahead and scratch that off.
Yeah, yes.
What about 8? What if there's a cube and 2?
Okay, on 8, that's the other way of factoring. We got square minus a square, 3 term factoring, and what kind of factoring can we do on number 8? You gotta start by taking something out. That's the first step. So what goes into all 3 terms and take it out? And then what's left in parentheses
3.
might factor again. 3 and what else? What letters, what the letters in all 3 of A? So you can take out a 3A on number 8. That's the first step.
And then you put that in front of it, right?
Yeah. Okay, on 11 we have to simplify. Will most calculators be able to do this one? No.
I'm gonna try it.
Why not?
Yeah, it has to. It's gonna be an imaginary number.
Right, because of the negative. So if I changed it to this, will most calculators be able to do this?
Yes.
Yes. But how would we need to? So if we did this, what it should come out as is 3 squared of 7. Well, there's a negative right there. But that's not quite right because there was a negative right here. If there's a negative right here, what should I put in the answer? Come on. I. Where do I put the I in the answer?
But before the
square root, but if it's a fraction.
Wait,
If it's a fraction, it's outside the fraction.
Wait, the frick is
Do not play this one.
What's that?
Imaginary.
Yeah.
Imaginary 7.
you know, like 17 or 11.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
said I missed
No, I haven't done that.
Wait, you said 12 already.
Okay, 13 says solve by factoring. So we actually can, we're not only going to factor, we're going to say what x equals on these. So this is 3-term factoring. It's the basic kind because there's no number on the front. So we just say what multiplies into negative 32. That would also add up to negative 4. What can multiply into negative 32?
7 and 4.
Negative 4 and 8.
Negative 4 and 8.
Hey, I think this is the wrong question.
Oh, this is 13.
Are we not
This is
13?
17.
Or, yeah, this is 17.
Dang.
Let's go ahead and finish it because I don't know why I jumped so far, but whatever. Because I'm almost done here. It could be something else that goes into 32. Could be like 2 and 16. 16 and 2. Actually, I think that's, and 1 and 32, of course. But I think that's it. And one of these has to be negative. The order doesn't matter. So which of these all multiply to negative 32? Which of these also add up to negative 4?
Negative 4 and 8.
Negative 8 and 4. Negative 8 plus.
Oops.
That makes you idiot.
Okay. So what x values make these factors equal 0?
Positive negative 4.
Hmm.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna be bigger.
If you plug in.
Oh, so that's not the final answer.
So what could I put in for Easton's? What can I put in for x here? That would make all this equal 0.
Flip it, like, it's not, okay.
8 and negative 4.
You get that.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going back to number 13. Now that I've screwed your paper up. 3 plus 9i plus 1 minus I.
6.
Easton loves imaginary numbers.
It's 919.
Okay, for the most part, I'm guessing you guys forgot this. You treat I like a normal variable
Yeah.
until what happens? Okay, do you guys remember what I is equal to?
1. No.
Negative.
Square root of negative 1. So what's I squared? If you get an I squared, that's when it changes. What does I squared turn into? Negative 1, because when you square a square root, it just becomes that.
You understand, Ethan?
Okay. Probably not, but that's okay. We'll figure it out as we go. So, what kind of problem is 13 though? No, because there's a plus. So it's just adding like terms. So 3 plus 1 is 4. 9i plus negative 1i is what?
10, 9
9
squared?
I, no, that's multiply.
Okay.
9i. It's just the same thing if it was an x.
Would it just be 9?
What's this? 8x.
Oh, 8.
So this is
8i.
8i.
Oh, that's 13.
Okay, it's not I squared because you get squared when you multiply. 15 we're going to get a squared because we're multiplying.
Okay. Oh, I got this one easy. 21i plus 7i squared.
That's the first part, yeah. Okay. When you get I squared, something weird happens. So when you multiply this, you get 21i plus 7i squared. What happens when we get I squared? We just talked about it. It becomes a negative 1. So this is actually 7 times negative 1.
So it's just
So this is a minus 7. Okay, and when we have complex numbers, the imaginary and the real added together, the real number is supposed to go first. So negative 7 should be in front of 21i. So the only thing that's different is if you get an I squared, you have to change it to a negative 1. Otherwise, it's just like an x. Well, also like on 11, if you have a negative square root. We already did 17, so 19. 6x squared plus 22x equals 8. All right, what should we do first on that one?
Make the 8 on the plus side.
Yeah, 8's on the wrong side. We should have a 0 over there. Okay, now what should we do? Okay, I see a 6, a 22, and an 8. So what can we do with that?
So I would take a 2 out.
Take 2 out. Now, you could take a 2 out like this, and that would be fine. But also, since this is an equation, you can just divide both sides by 2. And that's legal as well. So, so all of these divide by 2. This makes the numbers smaller. 0 divided by 2 is still 0. Okay, so it's time to factor. What is going to go in the front of my parentheses?
2. Wait.
What goes into 3x squared? 3x times x. For the back, what multiplies into negative 4?
2 and negative.
2 and negative 2, negative 2, 2. What else? 1 and negative 4, or maybe negative 4 and 1, or 4 and negative 1. Okay, so I'm trying to, when I FOIL outside inside, I'm trying to get it to 11. So what do I need to link this 3 with over here to get this close to 11?
Positive 4.
Positive 4.
Or negative 4.
So if this is a positive 4, yeah, the front part would have to be a negative 1. And does that give me 211? Yeah, because the outside is 12x, the inside is minus 1x, and together,
You have to like be like X.
yeah. Were you here when we did this? No, you weren't.
No, it just.
You were here when we factored, but
Yeah,
you weren't
I
here
remember
when we
that.
solved the equation. Okay. See if these guys, let's start with the easy one. What x value makes this 0? Negative 4.
That's the answer.
Okay. This is the one you might have forgot. What x value makes this 0?
0.
1 over 3. Okay. If there's a number on the front, the answer, if that 3 was gone, the answer would have been 1, right?
Yeah.
But now the answer is positive 1/3. So it makes it 0. Just a trick we learned way back when.
I wish I could be one.
All right, what is halfway?
21. You meet me halfway. Can we just not do
21's easy. Yeah, 21 might be a good place to. Well, tomorrow's Wednesday though.
let's just do it.
We're chilling. We're chilling.
Yeah, 21.
Trust us.
Yeah, but we have to grade stuff.
We have the rest of the year.
Dude, you know what sucks?
We got a game on Thursday, Friday.
Weird.
We was testing here on Friday.
Yeah.
Our test in here is on Friday?
Yes.
Oh no.
I'm sure that's actually on Friday.
Bro.
no. We gonna get back at like 1.
Yeah, we're literally gonna get back at like 2 in the morning, bro.
How long is the drive? 2.5?
Dude, you guys got lost. That's not-
I don't know.
Well, if
how.
we play the full game, then we could get.
We did get lost.
How good is this team?
No.
Yeah,
No. Let's just say
It's weird. They
nobody has scored a single touchdown on them in districts.
Nah, but the thing is,
So you
like,
go from playing the worst team to the best.
now the thing is, like,
teams will get help
they
out
don't-
the line.
they don't have plays. If one guy's getting tackled, they'll pitch it to another.
They'll just keep it alive the entire time.
You know
They'll
how-
just keep pitching.
You know,
to
like the
next
last
person.
play.
That's crazy.
You know the last plays in NFL games? It's just that all.
Yeah.
Like teams will get it up to the goal line.
Did you guys?
But they won't score. It's
Did
like playing Crush Landers. That's even
That's so real. That's so real.
Did you guys watch the highlights from NFL this week?
Yeah.
There was
I
a.
watched the NFL games.
Okay, there was a guy that
He did it backwards.
did a spin. Yeah, he did a spin move. So he was like,
Oh yeah.
he did this,
And then he.
and then he
twirled
knew somebody was coming, and
Yes.
he jumped.
He hurdled backwards.
Bro,
And he
you
stayed
know,
on his feet.
Sebastian,
And
right?
yes.
And the guy was.
How many
Imagine you're the tackler, and you're like, the guy's back is to you. Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna nail this guy, and then you just feel like no resistance at all.
I know that. I know that.
You're just
hit,
like, what happened?
though. Dude, he got pancaked though. I
Dude.
know that hurt.
He was in the zone, bro. Like
He spun a spin
and then he
move,
turns, and
a
then he
Noah curl.
backwards. He had AirPods in, bro. Bro, that's never been seen before. Backwards hurdle.
Yeah.
And then, dude, that's insane, bro.
And he got up there too. It's not like the guy was like
He's
fully
kind of
skating.
short too. It's not like
Yeah.
he's really tall.
That was insane.
There's, it's not unusual to see a pretty, like tight ends do that all the time because, low guys have to, secondary have to go low on them. But, yeah, I've never seen that one. Okay, anyways, what were we talking about? Oh, how do I solve this? Okay, if
Oh, you
it's,
get 2 out.
if you can divide by 2, if it's just like an x squared without like an x, you don't have to factor anything, you just get x squared by itself. Just like you can solve it almost the same way as just solving this equation. Just subtract, divide by 2. Okay, the book calls this complete, what do they call it? Taking the roots. Because you have to take a square root at the end. But, so how do I get x squared by itself?
The minus a
Minus 8,
square root.
divide by 2.
Oh, wait, so I have to square root it.
Wait, it's 2x squared plus 8.
80.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now what?
Square root.
Square root,
Imaginary.
it's imaginary. Does square root of 40 simplify?
No.
Yeah, well, it doesn't, not completely, but yeah, it does.
Dude, when you guys were grading the paper, instead of saying like 40 I, I thought you were saying like 40 pi.
Yeah, good luck, buddy.
So yeah, it simplifies to 2 square root of 10. But because there's a negative right there, it's 2i square root of 10.
Alright, we're done.
Okay, there's something wrong with this answer.
And the square root have to go first.
No,
Plus or minus.
plus or minus.
Oh, I wasn't even looking.
Anytime you take the square root, it's because we've said that so many times.
Do that with
It's either that
Anytime,
or you need to add parentheses.
anytime you square root both sides, that's part of it.
It's either plus or minus parentheses.
It's literally what I just said.
But I said it better.
I swear, Jaden just like